Hey guys, just doing a quick update video. Getting ready to finish up some of the engine bay stuff on this 70 Duster. Motors together finally. Was gonna show, I had somebody asking about the K member and stuff for putting a big block in an A body, so I'm gonna show all that stuff here tonight. So this car in particular, K member. All we do is, or all I do, is find a 6-cylinder K member to chop up instead of the V8 ones. And just to show, chop off the driver's motor mount, box it all back in for the steering gear so it's nice and, it don't flex or anything. Obviously the passenger one's gone too. The back side of the K member, I just take this lip off. This lip that goes all the way around. Usually sticks out about that far. I just take it completely off, grind it completely smooth, weld it back in, grind it down, just so it's all together, make it look nice, and that's all you need. You don't need to cut the K member out. The oil pan fits in there with more than enough clearance, no problems. The only thing on the Dusters that you have to worry about is the oil pans on them. The back of the oil pan will hit that idler arm. There's a pan out there that's got a notch in the one side that cures that. That's an A body and C body oil pan. Now the only other oil pan that I found that you don't have to dent it a little bit is the Milodons, the deep Milodon pans. That Milodon pan that I have on this motor, that one fits no problem. That one goes in my other 70 Duster and doesn't hit nothing. It's got more than enough clearance. This one is a little deeper, and yes, the kid went with a chrome oil pan. He just wanted it, and he didn't want a deep one. So that's what you gotta do. Just a slight dimple on that side, and then it clears. Now this is with motor plates. If you're one of them that want to try to put it in with motor mounts, that's a whole different thing. So, but yeah, that's all you got to do to the K member. And big block slaps right in there, clears everything. Like I said, I do motor plates. So, if you're going to do it that way, just stab the big block in there with the tranny hook to it. Hook it up to the transmission cross member. That kind of sets your forward and back. All you have left to do is set your side to side. I just stuck the TTI headers on, and you can, where they fit the best, the tightest against the steering gear. And then their TTI actually has, there's a couple other places that have them, but TTI specifically has the exact measurements of where the motor sits side to side and where it sits from the K member up to the center of the crank. So, they make it super easy. Do you have to follow exact? No. If you move it a little one way or a little the other way, it ain't gonna hurt a whole bunch of anything. I've raced cars that run in the 9s with the motor set in flat. So, can't think of anything else on this one right away. You can see we got a little bit of leftover. I gotta finish welding in the mounts. They're just tacked in right now. I just got a tack there and a tack on the back side. Just put them where they belong. So I gotta finish welding them in. The bars are all welded in already. Both sides. Same thing, it's just tacked. So finish welding that up, and then we'll paint up, where the paint's missing. And then, yeah, the kid's got a few little things, and we're gonna do the brake lines, get the fuel line done while the motor's out. Headers are on their way. They're sitting right there. They're gonna be on their way tomorrow or Monday to the coder and get done. Trying to think of anything else that you guys haven't seen on the car. Kid's got the front rims finally back. They match. And he did a bunch of wiring in the trunk. He's got all the new wiring in. Still working on some of it, but lights do work. It's not the exact battery we're going to use, but I mean, the hold down's all done. If you ever do race car stuff, you have to have 3/8 bolts to hold your battery down. So the easiest way to do it is just drill right through the trunk, get some all thread, 3/8, and weld the nut on the bottom side and run it right up through. And then I put a nut back on this side so the bolts don't go anywhere. So mounted a fuel pump. I mean, I can show that. Now it's kind of up here. I got the fuel pump mounted up there. Line ain't ready yet. That plate isn't quite all the way done, but it's rubber isolated. He's gonna be driving it on the street. So what I do, I'm sure you guys have noticed how noisy the pumps are. I use these rubber isolators, but I buy the 5/16 ones, and they're a little bit skinnier than this too. And then what I do with them is I put these in. This ain't the exact size as one down, but put these in the frame, screw the isolator in, make a plate that goes on top of it, and then bolt the pump to the plate. And I got that on my Valiant, and you can't even hear that pump running back there. It's so quiet, it doesn't vibrate. Just kind of food for thought if somebody wants to get rid of that super noisy fuel pump, electric fuel pump. So, I don't know, we just got a big mess in here right now since I got everything tore out of it, but a few things to do to the car beforehand, and then the motor will be in. Then I'll come back when we get that all put back in, and you know, if you need any questions on big block swap, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't know why anybody has a small block and an A body. These big block swaps are so easy to do, but you know, it is what it is. Everybody likes what they got. So, but any questions on it, just let me know, put it in the comments, and you know, I can answer what I can or show some more. There is one more thing that you got to do with these if you're using wheel well headers. I know everybody, I went to the PTI headers. I just paid the extra money just to, you know, have a header that fits the car the way it's supposed to. The wheel well headers are nice. They look kind of cool and everything, but they do get in the way of stuff. One, you got to run a smaller tire on the front of the car because they hit. Two, they decide that they like cooking the brake master cylinder. So this car up here has got a 540 cubic inch RB block with wheel well headers. So of course, with them headers in there, I run a 550/15 on the front. And what you do is you move the master cylinder up. The easiest way to show it is no matter if you got this 2-bolt like this or if you got the old cast iron 4-bolt one, it's still got 4 bolts on the firewall. So what you do is you move that master cylinder up. So you take them, you know, we'll just say you're using the cast iron one. You take it out and you move it up. So you're putting the bottom bolt holes in the top studs. Open up the top of the circle that goes through the firewall, obviously, so the master cylinder fits through. So you just got to open it up a little bit. You put it in and re-drill and put 2 new bolts in the top. So you still got all 4 bolts. So that literally moves the master cylinder up 1.5 inches. I don't have what you have to do to the plunger right now, but I'll dig one out and make a video of it later. But I'll just explain it. You basically cut the push rod in half. You use a 1/2 inch block of steel. You measure exactly how high you got it, and usually it's like 1.5 inches. You drill a hole on one side on the bottom and one side on the other side on the top, and you shove the push rods in and weld it. And then you know, that makes up the difference on it. And plus it's solid and it's welded in, it ain't gonna move and it ain't gonna bend. I've done it to 4 or 5 cars over the years and it works perfect. The only one I have right now is the one that's in that, my duster that's up on the hoist here, so it's kind of hard to get to it at the moment, but I'll do a quick video on it when I get a few minutes to dig it out. So, but anyways, any questions on it, let me know. I know this one's kind of dragging out a little bit, so thanks for watching. Bye.